In the last class, we have seen about low pass Butterworth filter for the first order and second order. In this class, we are going to discuss about high pass Butterworth filter in first order as well as the second order. Okay, so let us move into the first order high pass Butterworth filter. See, this is a circuit for first order high pass Butterworth filter. So here high pass circuit has been formed by these R and C components, this R vary part and C, which forms the high pass filter, and this high pass filter output at node A will be given to the non-inverting terminal of our operational amplifier. This op amp is working in non-inverting configuration, and this RF1 R1 decides the gain of the op amp or amplifier gain, and here VIN is the input voltage, AC input voltage, and V0 is the output voltage. So here VCC and minus VEE are the supply voltages in order to operate the operational amplifier. So why it is called as a first order? Because we are using only one set of components, R and C components in this circuit. That's why it is called as first order high pass Butterworth filter. And the output voltage V0 is a multiplication of gain of this amplifier into the input voltage. Here the gain of operational amplifier in non-inverting configuration is 1 plus Rf by R1, and the input voltage to this amplifier is voltage at node A, which is V1, which is treated as V1. Therefore, which is equal to 1 plus Rf by R1 into the voltage at Va or V1 can be given as the voltage across the resistance R. Okay, so which is equal to applied voltage Vin into across the resistance R divided by the total impedance R minus JXC. Okay, JXC. So if you rearrange that, you will get it as J2 pi FRC divided by 1 plus J2 pi FRC into VIN. Therefore, the V0 by VIN, so V0 is in the left hand side and VIN is the right hand side. If you rearrange it, V0 by VIN is equal to AF into J into F by FL divided by 1 plus J into F by FL, where FL is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC, which is the lower cutoff frequency of the high pass filter. Okay, so here J is an imaginary factor, so we have to eliminate this imaginary term. We will take the modulus V0 by VIN modulus is equal to AF into F by FL divided by square root of 1 plus F by FL whole square. Okay, so when F is less than FL, the V0 by VIN will be F is less than FL. Therefore, in the denominator term, so this entire F by FL whole square can be negligible, and this square root of 1 is equal to 1 only. Okay, here also we can neglect this F by FL term. So V0 by VIN will be directly equal to the AF. At F is equal to FL, at F is equal to FL, what happens? FL by FL is equal to 1 in the numerator. Here FL by FL is 1 again. So 1 square is equal to 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, root of 2 will come. Okay, so V0 by VIN modulus is equal to AF by root 2. And when F is greater than FL, when F is greater than FL, then our V0 by VIN is less than the AF equation. Okay, less than the AF. Okay, therefore if you see the frequency response curve for the first order high pass Butterworth filter, so FL is the lower cutoff frequency of high pass filter, and here 0 to FL is called as stop band, and greater than FL is called as a pass band for the filter. And in the stop band, the gain will increases at a rate of plus 20 dB per decade. The maximum gain in the passband is AF, and yet F is equal to FL, the gain is 0.707 into AF, which is minus 3 dB from the maximum gain. So this is about the first order high pass Butterworth filter, and if you go for the second order high pass Butterworth filter, this is a circuit for the second order high pass Butterworth filter. So why it is called a second order? Because we are using the two sets of R and C elements here, C2 R2 and C3 R3 are the two sections of high pass filters. So because of using the two sets of R and C elements, it is called a second order high pass Butterworth filter. So here the output voltage is feeding back to the resistor R2, and this RF and R1 are deciding the gain of this amplifier, and Vin is the input voltage, V0 will be the output voltage. And the frequency response curve, if you see, the gain in the stop band is increasing at plus 40 dB per decade in the stop band, and in the pass band it is equal to the AF, the maximum gain of the amplifier. Gain roll off at a rate of plus 40 dB per decade in the stop band, and this filter can be realized by interchanging the positions of resistor and capacitor in second order low pass Butterworth filter. So this high pass filter can be formed by just interchanging R and C components. Actually in the low pass filter we will have the resistor first and next capacitor, but here the capacitor is first, next we will get the resistor in the high pass filters. The analysis, design and scaling procedures for the filter is exactly same as that of second order low pass Butterworth filter. So in the examinations, if they ask, you have to rewrite whatever we learned in the low pass filter. The voltage gain magnitude equations for the second order high pass filter given as V0 by Vin is equal to AF divided by square root of 1 plus FL by F whole power 4. Okay, so in the first order filter, which is square here, FL by F whole square, but in the second order, which is FL by F whole power 4, where F is the input frequency in hertz or operating frequency, FL is equal to lower cutoff frequency in hertz, which is 1 by 2 pi RC, 1 by 2 pi RC. If you take R2 is equal to R3 is equal to R and C2 is equal to C3 is equal to C, at that time only this FL is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. Otherwise, it will be equal to 1 by 2 pi R1 R2 C1 C2 like that. Okay. So if R2 is equal to R3 is equal to R and C2 is equal to C3 is equal to C, so then AF will be the passband gain, which is 1.586 to ensure the second order Butterworth response. Okay, this is the standard value 1.586. In the problems, they won't give the value of the passband gain for the second order filters. If they have not given, means we have to use this 1.586, and RF is equal to 0.586 into R1 if you rearrange this, because RF 1 plus RF by R1 is equal to 1.586. So that's why RF by R1 is equal to 0.586, RF is equal to 0.586 into R1. So the frequency response of the second order high pass Butterworth filter is given here. So in the stop band, on x-axis it is the frequency, on y-axis it is voltage gain. In the stop band, so the gain rolling off are increasing at a rate of plus 40 dB per decade, and it will be almost constant in the pass band. So in the pass band, the gain is equal to AF, and at F is equal to FL, the gain is equal to 0.707 AF. Okay, so this is about the high pass Butterworth filter. In the next topic, we are going to see about the band pass filter. So we already know what is band pass filter, which allows certain band of frequencies and reject the remaining frequencies. This band pass filter will have one pass band and two stop bands. Okay, so only the frequencies are in the pass band will be passed through the amplifier and the remaining will be eliminated. So here the band pass filter was designed using the operational amplifier. So it is called as a active band pass filter as we are using the active component or op amp in the circuit. There are basically the two types of band pass filters. One is a wide band pass filter and narrow band pass filter. So this wide band pass filter in the sense, so these are classified based upon the quality factor of the filter. So here if the Q is less than 10, that is called as a wide band pass filter. If the Q value, the quality factor is greater than 10, then that is called as a narrow band pass filter. Okay, so depending upon our requirement, we will select the wide band pass or narrow band pass filter. First of all, we will see about the wide band pass filter, so which is having the quality factor less than 10 only. So this is a circuit for the wide band pass filter. So here this band pass filter has been designed using the two filters. One is the first order high pass filter and the second one is the first order low pass filter. By just adding the first order high pass filter with first order low pass filter, which forms a band pass filter. So here this is a first order high pass filter circuit and this one is the first order low pass filter circuit. The wide band pass filter can be realized by cascading high pass filter and low pass filter as we have seen in the circuit. The gain roll off will be decided by the order of filter which we use. As we selected both are first order filters, the gain roll off will be decided as 20 dB per decade. The FH value must be selected greater than the FL value. This is the main thing we have to use when designing the band pass filter. The higher cutoff frequency must be greater than the lower cutoff frequency of the band pass filter. Okay, so here higher cutoff frequency will be there for the low pass filter and the lower cutoff frequency will be there for high pass filter. If you choose the FH value must be greater than FL value, then only we will get the frequency response curve. The voltage gain expression for the two stages has been given as V0 by Vi in, which is for the low pass filter, which is AF by square root of 1 plus F by FH whole square. For the high pass filter, V0 by Vin is equal to AF into F by FL divided by square root of 1 plus F by FL whole square. So which is the gain equation for high pass filter for the first order. These two equations are given for the first order low pass and first order high pass, which we have already derived in the last class. Okay, the overall gain of band pass filter is the product of the two gains. As we cascaded the two filters, the gains will get multiplied. So which means that the overall gain or total gain is the product of the two gains. So V0 by Vin is equal to AFT. The total pass band gain is represented as AFT. From the low pass filter section, in the denominator we got it as 1 plus F by Fh whole square, and from the high pass filter gain equation, numerator got F by Fl divided by, and the denominator square root get 1 plus F by Fl whole square. Okay, this is the total or overall gain of a band pass filter, where AFT is the total band pass gain. The total band pass gain, and F is equal to the input frequency in hertz and FL is the lower cutoff frequency in hertz and fh is a higher cutoff frequency in hertz. Let us see where AFT, the total passband gain, is equal to A1 into A2, where A1 is the gain of high pass section and A2 is the gain of low pass section. And if you see the frequency response curve for the band pass filter, as I told, it has the two stop bands here and here and only one pass band section here. So, and the frequency response curve will be like this. At the pass band, we will get the maximum gain AFT and the gain will be equal to minus 3 dB or 0.707 AFT at the two corner frequency of the filter, where FL is the one corner frequency and FH will be the another corner frequency. Okay, after these corner frequencies in the stop band in the low frequency and the stop band in the high frequency, the gain will be rolls off at the rate of minus 20 dB per decade in the high frequencies and gain will be roll off at plus 20 dB per decade in the low frequency section. Okay, so the difference between the higher cutoff frequency to the lower cutoff frequency is called as the bandwidth of the band pass filter. So based on this bandwidth, we will decide the quality factor of the filter, where gain is equal to modulus of V0 divided by Vi in. Okay, this is about the band pass filter. Next, we will see about the second type of band pass filter, which is narrow band pass filter. So the narrow band pass filter differs from wide band pass filter by it has the two feedback paths, and this is the reason that it is called a multiple feedback filter. Okay, so it is also called as a multiple feedback filter. Why? Because it has a more than one feedback section. Okay, that's why it is called as a multiple feedback filter. And the second reason, the op amp is used in the inverting mode. In the wide band pass filter, the op amp is used in the non-inverting configuration in all filters like a low pass filter, high pass filter and wide band pass filter. We use it in the non-inverting configuration only. So in the narrow band pass filter, we used the op amp in inverting mode. So that's why the narrow band pass filter is different from the wide band pass filter. And one more reason, the quality factor is greater than 10 for narrow band pass filter. So this is the circuit for narrow band pass filter. So if you see, the Vi in is the input voltage and V0 will be the output voltage, and this op amp amplifier R3 is the compensation resistor and R3 is the same, the feedback resistor from the output to the input, and one more feedback has been formed by the capacitor C2 from the output to the node here. Okay, so C1 is the one capacitor and C2 is the another capacitor used. Okay, and R2 is the resistance and this one is the R1 resistance. Okay, so R1, R2, C1, C2, which forms the two filters, like one forms low pass filter section, another one forms high pass filter section. Okay, the important parameters of narrow band pass filter are FL, FH and FC. FL is the lower cutoff frequency, FH is the higher cutoff frequency and FC is the center frequency. Okay, for simplifying calculations, we have to choose C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C. Therefore, the R1 resistor can be given as Q, the quality factor Q divided by 2 pi FC C into AF. Q divided by 2 pi FC C into AF, and the value of R2 has been given as Q divided by 2 pi FC C into 2Q square minus AF. Okay, and R3 value is given as Q by pi FC C, and the gain AF is equal to R3 divided by 2R1, which is the gain at Fc, the center frequency. The gain AF must satisfy the equation AF less than 2Q square. Okay, the gain AF must satisfy the equation AF is less than 2Q square. So, which is less than the square of the quality factor into 2. Okay, so that we have to select the gain. Suppose if you want to change the center frequency Fc, okay, the center frequency Fc, where Fc is the center frequency and Fc dash will be the new center frequency, then Fc dash can be achieved by changing the R2 resistor in the circuit. Therefore, R2 dash is equal to R2 into Fc by Fc dash whole square. So, in order to change the center frequency of our narrow band pass filter, we used to change only one resistor, that is R2. Okay, the value of R2 will be changed from R2 to R2 dash when we change the center frequency Fc. If you see the frequency response of the narrow band pass filter, you can observe the bandwidth is very narrow in the narrow band pass filter. That's why it is called as a narrow band pass filter, where AF is the maximum gain. So in this entire curve, on x-axis we have taken the frequency, y-axis is the gain. So the maximum gain we can achieve at the center frequency Fc. At the Fc, the gain is maximum, which is AF, and at the frequencies FL and FH, which is the lower cutoff frequency and higher cutoff frequencies, the gain will be equal to 0.707 into AF, which is minus 3 dB less than the maximum gain. Okay, so here only thing is the Fc will be allowed. Fc, at Fc we will get the maximum gain AF. Okay,